What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Angry Jackalope, Rob Ricks. Yeah, I know, it's early stream. It's my daughter's birthday. She gets off of work the time that I normally do the stream. So I said, well, fuck, I don't want to not have a show. So we're going to do a show. Just a little earlier. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Anyway, what's up, Bronx? What's up, Backwards? What's up, Simicom? And the nut job in the backwoods. Hickalope. All right, people. I will definitely tell her happy motherfucking birthday and all that jazz. So, welcome to the new norm. We're safe from the COVID-19, the spooky, scary, mega pandemic. But yeah, I do want to give some special shout outs. It is our very own Bronx Jackalope's birthday. And the yakety yak 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 alope's birthday. And they're all 21 now. Well, not Miley. She's not 21 yet, you know. She's still young. She's 18. What's up, Lyra? What's up, Garen? So again, happy birthday to Bronx, Jackalope, and my very own Miley, the one with Chichong, my 18-year-old daughter. Yes, indeed, yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Yes. Goddess of Jinx. Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. I will let her know. So, yeah. So, you know, one of the fun things about, pandemic living is the typical normal snafus that, you all come across. Fuck. I guess that's not happening. So, I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, fuck, this changes up everything. But it does present some very unique opportunities, right? One of those, we were talking, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, we were talking about shit like drive-in theaters. And we were like, yeah, remember the good old days of drive-in theaters? And I was like, yeah, that's just never coming back. Well, I might have been wrong. Because drive-in theaters, man, if you did it right and you hooked it to... What the fucking hell? I guess I didn't bring my phone with me. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, let's pretend. Use your imagination. Imagination. This is a fucking cell phone, okay? I'd like a popcorn. I'd like this. I'd like this. And I'm in slot 56. Pay for it. Skate rolls up. Got the mask. Got the gloves. Got a little bag with all your shit in it. It's nice and sealed up. Boom, it gives it to you. Also comes with a little tray that's, plastic, Pop that shit on the inside of your car. Roll your window back up. Boom. Unload your shit. Your drinks, your popcorn and whatnot. Sit back and enjoy the show. Even better, you go with your friends. They're in their car. You're in your car. Same app. Same phone app for the drive-in. Now does like some FaceTime shit. So you're watching a movie, hanging out with your friends. And you're safe from the COVID-19. What? Yeah, right? That'll work. If only I had fucking money, I tell you. If I had money, goddamn, I'd be rich. But anyway, has your wife's hospital got the mask and PPE they need? My hospital has about a month or two of supplies. They're good. They're good, and right now we haven't been hit really hard yet, so they actually kind of they're just chilling. They're not like they're concerned, but they're not freaking out about it. And so I'm like, okay, well, fuck. If that's how it is, then great, Um, some of my drive-ins was able to get the sound of your radio, and they would tell you which radio station. Yeah, that's the FM broadcaster. Those are simple. Those are so simple now. They've got that technology worked out so well. But it would probably end up being something like a you would have FM, but then you'd also have Bluetooth, right? And you could also tether it to the app. So once you bought tickets, you're there. Boom, it plays through your fucking phone. So if you're at a drive-in by yourself, as an example, plug in your headset, put it on your head, you're listening through your fucking phone. Boom, stereo, baby. Nice bass and everything. You could play with the equalizers and make the sound just the way you want. A lot of cars, newer cars anyway, they will transmit via the Bluetooth to the car stereo or through the aux cable. That works as well. So there's a lot of ways they could do it. And they could make a shit ton of fucking money because this is the new normal. This shit, like, oh, let's be so safe that we give away all of our civil liberties because we're so scared of the Wu flu pandemic. So, hell yeah, the aux cable, man. I got aux cable in my car right now. I just pull from my imaginary phone. Bottom of my phone has a little aux cable, headset jack. So anyway. Anyway, it's just I'm a little on the perturbed side. I'll go like this a little bit because this, I don't know, it is. The more and more time goes by, the more I sit and I look at what's being presented. I have questions. I have questions, and I'm not getting the answers that I'm looking for. And me and the wife, we debate things, but even though we're debating, we still are being cautious, right? Because she sees stuff that I don't see. So I have to take her at her professional assessment as opposed to my conspiratorial mindset. So anyway, yeah, that's right. Me, the one guy shows up with the boom boom car stereo, annoying everyone. Well, I mean, but then I don't know if I'd mind really if he was sitting next to me and he had the good bass going, and it was good enough that it was bleeding through and kind of accentuating mine because I went to a drive-in once and we had a really crazy boom boom system. Oh man, there's three of us side by side. Holy shit, that was awesome. Like that was way before the THX and all the bass that we are experiencing in the movie theaters now. But yeah, there's some you can actually play with your EQ and whatever, dial that bitch in, boom. And I would imagine as time goes by, if that became like an actual business model, that they would have that as a preset, you know, dial in preset, kind of like on a TV. Like, is it an action movie? Is it a drama? Is it love? Is it sci-fi? Whatever. And you just push a button and doot, 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 all your equalizers would then, go to the proper levels for, your movie going experience. And then I was also thinking about, oh, I just heard my phone. I just heard it. Why can't I see my phone? I hear it. I know it's here. Oh, it was hiding from me. Son of a bitch. Okay, so yeah. Aux cables on the bottom right there. And I think somebody was asking before what kind of phone am I rocking? And the phone that I'm rocking is a Samsung Galaxy S S something. Let's see. Let's see. So this bitch is. Apologies. I don't even know what. Oh, here it is about the phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Oh, you can't see that. Anyway, trust me, it's a Samsung Galaxy S9. My wife has the Note 10 and all this other, but they have like the new ones or whatever. No, backwards. You get me wrong. I'm not saying that there's not something going on. What I'm saying is the amount of shutdown and the amount of effort that is going into this is not matching what we're seeing. And the data that we're seeing from country by country by country is so vastly different that it's causing me to go, what the fuck is going on, right? The amount of materials and stuff that we're tearing through right now, from the masks to the gloves to all the other stuff, for a very small percentage of actual cases, is revealing. It's good on one hand because it's revealing systemic problems inside of the healthcare industry, the amount of respirators, etc. But the other thing that it's doing is it's creating a clean segue into every one world government wet dream for the last 50 fucking years. They're unraveling right in front of us right now. This $2 trillion bailout, as an example. Our grandkids are going to be the ones paying this fucking bill. But it's a stopgap measure at best. And it's not going to help. It was interesting. I saw somebody post and said, if you make over $70,000 a year, you're fucked. You're not going to get anything. And I'm like, well, that sucks, because that falls on me and my wife, because us combined, we make more than $70,000, which is fine because we're both still working. You know what I mean? But if I wasn't, I'd be fucked. You know what I mean? And it's a one-time thing. It's not even a sustained during duration of this event. This is what's going to happen. Credit cards are a huge part of everybody's aggravation, right? But instead of saying, we're going to freeze your credit score right now, but you have to contact your credit card companies and blah, blah, blah and work something out, they have a measure in there now that says, yeah, you can make a payment arrangement with your credit cards, but they don't have to worry about your credit score. And the credit score is so vitally important for so many fucking people to just do the basics. If you want to start a business, the very first thing they look at is your credit score. You know? Hey, what's up, Vixen? So they have everyone over 65 with a health condition on lockdown. Yeah, that makes sense, because if you look at the numbers, the autopsy rates coming out of Italy, for example, they show only a few people actually die from COVID, but the vast majority of the other people who have died have had 1, 2, or 3 existing medical conditions that are completely compounded and exacerbated by this disorder, and that's what's killing them. There's also stuff about Advil. If you guys have problems like I do with inflammation and pain and whatnot, you might want to skip the Advil and try no NSAIDs. You might want to go with Tylenol things of that nature, because for whatever reason, which has yet to be explained, Advil seems to make this thing worse. Which is like, oh shit. Because me and Advil, we're like, that's my motherfucking middle name right now, Robert Advil Ricks. Because I take fucking NSAIDs constantly to deal with my knees, my ankle, my back, my neck, my shoulder, you know. But for whatever reason, they found that Advil and other NSAIDs make it worse. So I'm like, well, guess I can't take that shit anymore. Because I'm assuming that you got to be careful with the aspirin though, Garen, because you can't take too much aspirin. Aspirin you want to be very careful with as well. So that really only leaves Tylenol, which I'm like, that's interesting. Acetaminophen. So I put a message in a Discord based order heard from my housemate in the conspiracy channel. Yeah, I saw that. So, you know, it's an interesting predicament that we're in. I see some of my other conspiracy guys that I know and watch, and you know, these guys are there's like the wide range, right? So you got the guys on the right. Look, just follow the instructions. Everything will work out. Blah blah blah. Everything's gonna be great. Don't worry, we're fine. Then you got people on the side over here. They're like, yeah, the government is lying and they're fucking us and they're gonna rape us and do all this horrible shit and blah blah blah. And all you fuckers do is sit around and just take it up the ass, right? And I'm like, all right, well, that's not really fair because, guy over here, what's your suggestion on what we can do? What's the solution? Crickets. He ain't got shit to say. What, we're all gonna arm up and go attack some invisible fucking thing that we don't know who's behind what? You know? Oh, I'm starting to lag? Huh. I find that fucking interesting. Jeez. Is it maybe because of the shit I'm talking about? Because I got nothing else running. Hang on. Let me check something. Give me 1 second, because it might be. Let's see. Every so often, and it seems like I do something. Huh. Yeah, my memory use is at 78%, a little bit high, but should be fine. Yeah, but see, here's the funny thing, Lyra. Here's the funny thing. They say that the internet is laggy because everyone's home and overloading the system, to which I say that's also bullshit because everybody and their grandma is already on the fucking internet 24/7. I don't see any difference with my family, as an example, in their internet usage today comparative to a month or 2 months ago. Okay? Now, granted, there might be some people that are streaming more Netflix and stuff like that, to which I would understand completely, because that service right there is a little bit more out of the ordinary as far as usage, but those have only amounted to a plus 20% increase in the internet, which is nothing. Okay, the infrastructure backbone is designed to handle a lot. Now, it's really stressing out the ISPs because they're used to throttling bandwidth, making things smaller so that they can make more money. Right? Taking one little path and splitting it to 15 people and saying, okay, and telling you all, it's like fractional banking, right? Oh, here we go, we have $100. Well, I'm going to take this $1 loan out 100 times, this $1 loan out 100 times, this one. Same thing in the fucking internet. You have a fat pipe, And instead of giving somebody full access to that fat pipe, they splice it out and they tell everybody, yeah, you have the potential bandwidth of 200 down, okay? But they know fully that no one's going to tap that 200 down, okay? They're not going to. But you will have spikes that happen as people use things, and it first throttles and goes down, throttles, goes down. So you have all these fucking people on streaming, for example, which is a sustained bandwidth, and they put all of them on the one pipe, and then suddenly it saturates and it gets a little bit more, then the throttling can go up and down. Now, why is this important to talk about? Well, there was a thing before that they tried many, many times to push through, which was called net neutrality. This is one of the agendas that they desperately want to get in there because it's a pay-to-play model. It rewards big companies that are going to pay, and it kills little companies because they won't be able to have the priority bandwidth. In the internet, they have a thing called QoS, quality of service. So quality of service, you can dictate which types of packets have higher priority than others. Well, things like net neutrality, they can sit there and say, okay, well, Rob Ricks, he's, nobody. He's not paying. We're going to give any packets that come to him or go out from him lower priority, and then we'll increase priority for these guys over here because they're paying more money. So there you go. Now, that is one of the agendas that had been shot down before, but now we're seeing them saying the internet. Oh my God, the internet is about to collapse. Oh no, we can't let the internet collapse. They're going to fast track while everybody's afraid this shit, and they're going to pass something else that's just like net neutrality in the name of ensuring quality for everyday people so you can still have your Netflix. Fuck you. So that's one agenda. Okay, let's talk some other agendas. Well, they wanted a one world currency. The US dollar, the petrodollar, was dying horribly. They were trying to figure something out. Well, if all these businesses go bankrupt and everything else, then that pretty much puts the nail in the coffin for the US dollar. Oh, but that's okay. Congress is about to put out their own digital currency, which is really good. No bullshit. It's really good if Congress itself is the one putting out the digital currency, because Congress is supposed to be the only body in the U.S. that mints our money. So that would pull us away from the Federal Reserve, which is great. I actually really like that. What I don't like, though, is going to cryptocurrency. I don't trust it. I like the blockchain technology, but I don't like that there's going to be some bastardization variant of it that's going to be put out. Right? So now we're going to have this new currency that's going to come out. So again, that's going to end up being the preferred currency in the world to back oil and all the other stuff. So we'll go back to a petro-digidollar, right? So as Kenshi said, digidollars. So now we will have the dollar problem solved. But again, it's part of a, new world order. We're going to be all part of a global currency again. Okay. What else? Oh man, we really want to make sure we can know what people are doing and everything else. Well, we have their cell phones. Shit, it works for China, right? China mandated that all of their citizens use cell phones. Shit, why don't we do the same thing in the U.S.? No, because motherfuckers are kind of tech savvy and they could shut their phones off and blah, blah, blah. No, they won't. No, but, we got to make sure we have total coverage. Oh, okay. I got an idea. How about we do ID 2020? And we just inject people with a vaccine, and now we have a bio tracker that will work in conjunction with 5G, and we'll know the movements of every single fucking person on the planet. That sounds great. Let's do that. Okay. Check that off the box. Hey, we've got a really huge elderly population, and they're all using Medicaid and Medicare and whatnot, and man, that is a big part of our national debt. We pay a lot for these old folks. I mean, I wish there was a way we could find some way out of that. Well, the flu tends to kill a lot of the elderly. Yeah, but it's not enough. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's not doing a good enough job. Hey, you know what? We got this nifty little COVID project sitting on the side here. It could probably handle that. Done. Um, oh yeah, you'd be able to block anyone from purchasing anything at a flick of a switch. You're a dissenter. No food for you. Exactly. Exactly. Um. Oh yeah. So that sounded like a cashing at you, Lara. Yeah. So let's see. What else? What else? Well, there's so many of these people that are entrepreneurs. They're starting businesses and things like that. And you know, I don't know. We kind of want these mega chains to just get bigger. How can we do that? How can we make the mega chains bigger? Well, huh. If we do a shutdown and then do it for a couple of months, most of these small businesses aren't solvent enough to be able to handle that. They've got a business. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Here's an interesting stat for you. When America was first founded, you had about 97% entrepreneurs and about 3% indentured servants or whatever you want to call them. 97%. Nowadays, it's 97% workers and 3% entrepreneurs. It's like reversed. But they're like, you know what? That's not good enough. We need more slaves. We really want these motherfuckers on the tip. How can we do that? Well, if they're out of work and we start to give them money, but then we tell them you can only get more of this money by doing A, B, and C, wow, that would be great. Okay, put that on the list. All right, it's on the list. It's on the list. Okay. It's on our list. What else? What else? What else can we do? What else can we do? Well, we want to make sure they can't do protest shit like we saw in China. Oh, we got that covered. With the embedded chips, we know what they're doing. We know where they're at. We know what they're up to, and we can handle everything. Yeah, but we don't want them to get together. Okay, fine. We'll make this a seasonal thing, and we will insist in the name of protection that everybody do social distancing even after the fact, and then they still can't congregate in groups of more than 10. That's handleable, right? 10's a good number. Yeah, 10's all right, I guess. Yeah, okay. Well, what about some of these governments that don't want to play ball? Oh, that's okay. We're going to get them sick, and then they're going to be transmitting from their homes via teleconferencing, and we can use deepfakes to have them say whatever we want after we kill them. And nobody will know because all the social distancing, lack of congregations of big people. Hell, we could even pass laws without the lawmakers even being there. They're just going to come in and say aye, nay, aye, whatever, and there it is. Well, there's going to be dissenting voices, right? Well, yeah. There'll be like one or two guys, but we'll just tell them to shut the fuck up. Think that'll work? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens if we do this $2 trillion bailout. Let's see what happens with that one. Yeah. Let's see if anybody has the balls to stand up against us and say no. Oh, look. We had one guy. Look at his dumb ass. We had one guy trying to stand up in the face of all of this anger. Wait for it. From the top back row. Sit down and shut the fuck up. Well, there you go. Isn't that interesting? What else do we have? What other fun things? Well, once we have all this system in play, we could limit everybody's movement. So they have to petition us to say, hey, I'd like to go here, I'd like to go there. Hey, but can we do it state to state? Sure. We'll designate certain states as hot states.
And if you want to go into those, you need to get permission. If you're going to go to leave, you have to get tested and quarantined. And while we're quarantining them, we can actually find out really whatever we need to know about them. You know what I mean? Okay, but there's something that still bugs me because there's going to be some people that are smart, right? And they're going to figure it out. What do we do about the smart ones? What do we do about them? Well, that's easy. We could just go and kill them. But the neighbors, no, 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 no. Look, look. We go full hazmat, right? Silencers. Go in, blast them, put them in body bags, throw quarantine warning biohazards all over the house, and nobody will say shit. We can get rid of the bodies. Look, China did it. China killed a few million people. Nobody knows anything about that. Yeah, but that's China. You think we can get away with that? Yeah, look, they're so scared, they're sitting in their fucking houses right now. We basically passed martial law and they self-quarantined. It's amazing. They're so afraid we can make them do anything. Okay, okay. But if there's blowback, how do we get out of this? Because I don't want to get caught with this. Well, okay, look, look, look. We got a guy in the office right now. If it goes sideways, we could find a way to pin it all on him. You think? Yes, I think we could do it. Okay. All right. Let's do it. And there you go. That's what I think's going on. Because they're definitely not doing shit in our best interest. And darts, strangle, doesn't matter. Dead is dead. You know what I mean? Gas. you know. Where's your papers? Are you supposed to be in a road? Let me see that. Oh, look, we got all these preppers. That's okay. Send the National Guard. Well, National Guard refused orders. That's all right. We got United Nations on the ground, sending them with their stuff. Drone strike the area, and if it's anything, it's a gas leak. Yeah, it's a gas leak. I mean, shit. We burned down California. Nobody said anything about that. So, we can do the same with that area. Fuck a drone strike. We'll just fucking burn it. We'll just use the fucking the laser. But yeah, welcome to the next the next shift. New World Order locked in place. Oh, what fucking fun. I was very optimistic going into 2020. I thought 2020 was going to be a great fucking year. And now I'm like, holy shit. In a matter of fucking 3 months, this shit has gone completely fucking sideways. It is nuts. Remember the sayings about heart failure? Oh yeah. Yeah, they got a million ways to kill motherfuckers. It's not even funny. But yeah, that's the skinny guys. That's what I believe is happening. And all these folks watching the news constantly, and I'm like, dude, are you guys forgetting these are the same motherfuckers that have been lying to us for multiple decades? Just straight fucking lying to further whatever agenda is paying them at that time. And now suddenly they're caring and they're telling the truth. Whatever. But I mean, what can you do, right? What can you do? The short answer is nothing. Game over. Done deal. Yeah, they don't like this video. They don't like this video at all. And I don't really give a fuck anymore. I really don't. Because, this is. They won. So why do I care? I mean, it's not like I can do anything about it. It's not like I can do a goddamn thing. Because these motherfuckers are grandmasters playing chess with a bunch of fucking retarded kids that don't even know how to play checkers. So game over. Game over, man. Game over. So, you know, I could do these little videos. I could talk all the shit I want to talk. And they don't care. Because even if all 3,000 of my subs started saying shit, it still wouldn't matter. Because the world is filled with fear. And as long as everybody is afraid, they're not going to critically think. They're not going to ask questions. Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about. Mr. Boris or whatever. He's he's running the country from his fucking bedroom. And all they're going to have is videos. With the deepfakes technology that's out there, shit. They can make this motherfucker say whatever the fuck they want him to say. And how will anybody know it's not real? You know? I mean, shit. For all we know, they could have took Trump's ass out a long time ago, and all the videos we're watching are deep fakes. Who knows? You know? It's not like, I mean, if you look at all the digital fake shit that they've had out forever and a day. Remember, Obama's, birth certificate? I downloaded that bitch. It's in layers. You could the dumbass who faked it left it in layers. I could open an Illustrator and move all the manipulated parts around. It was retarded. It was retarded. You know? Yeah, exactly. Idris Elba, asymptomatic. That basketball player, asymptomatic. You know? It's like, oh, okay. So, yeah, these guys have it and they're self quarantining and all this other stuff. I'd be waiting to see one of these motherfuckers die. You know? Um, yeah, fake Rob. Yeah, exactly. This is the deep fake. They went and took all of my pig chopping videos and they put this shit together for you guys. Because you're not seeing my mouth moving. You're just seeing a mask, right? The fake would swear less. Yeah, probably. You know, but they're you know, it's scary enough that I have probably thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of video up by now. If they took that data down and they ran it through their artificial intelligence and everything else, I guarantee you they could make a copy of me fucking dancing a jig. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, tacos. Taco sounds fucking great. So, anyway, my advice to you guys is strap in, because this shit's about to get fucking wonky. It's about to get fucking crazy. And if there's anything left that you need to order, you better order it now, because it looks like they're going to shut Amazon shipping down. They keep passing these articles around about how many of these hubs have people that are sick and everything else. I'm like, whatever. Whatever. That's right, no Bob rot. So, that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about, was to point out the different agendas that are unraveling right in front of us. Shit, Trump just signed in a bunch of 5G shit. I read through it and was looking at it. I'm like, holy fuck, nobody talked anything about this, but its infrastructure's already passed now. 5G is going to get implemented super fucking quick. You know? And wait for when they have a fucking vaccine for this shit. Oh, everybody needs to roll their fucking sleeves up and get this shit because we all got to do it together. We got to flatten the curve. We have to do this. I mean, I'm so sick of all of the marketing and all of the fear marketing that's happening right now that, you know, people are fucking jumping all over and doing it. You know what I'm saying? Strap in, baby, not strap on. Second half tacos and beer. I'm ready for the apocalypse. There you go. Everybody panic buying rounds, and I'm like, Do you even have enough magazines for those rounds? I know. Exactly. Like, I've got 12 magazines for my AR. 6 are on my battle vest. One sits inside of the first AR. One is in the other AR. And then the other 4 are inside of the go case for the secondary AR, right? And then all of the other ammo are sitting inside of like Pelican cases with magazines ready to go for like the pistols and whatnot. But yeah, you have to have a ton of magazines. You know what else cracks me up? Um, when people overload their magazines, and I keep trying to tell people, if you have a 30 round magazine, take one out, so you have 29 in there. And they're like, why? I'm like, because you have one in the chamber, right? And when you hot swap, meaning you're in actively engaged in a firefight, pop, 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 pop. You're not counting. And if, yeah, you're getting to the point where it's like pop, pop, click, and then you pop, and then you rack one in, and you go, that's fine if you have 30. But if you're actively going and you don't want to get to the click and your pop, swap, rack, go, and you have 30 sitting on that one, the next time it cycles through, that magazine flies out. How do I know? Because it's happened to me. It happened to me twice, and let me tell you, that's a horrible experience. So, if you got 30 rounders, take one out, leave 29 in. Okay? There's a power tip for you. Because otherwise, when you go to slam that magazine in, that 30 round that's sitting on the top is hitting the one that's already in the chamber, and so you're not getting a firm seat. So, exactly. But there's a reason that it's easier to insert, because it's not hitting that one fucking live round that's sitting in there. And I also like how, some people are like, oh, I don't leave my shit loaded. Fuck that. All my shit is ready, hot, and if they have safeties like my ARs, then the safety's on. But all my pistols, there's no safeties on them, so they're ready to go. Pull them up, pull the trigger. There you go. Well, Rob, you need your safety. Right there. There's my safety. I don't put my finger on a fucking trigger until it's ready to go. But yeah, and I see there's a lot of new gun buyers, and I'm like shaking my head going, fuck us all. Holy shit. Because it took me 5 years of active training to even consider myself a rookie. To consider myself a rookie with guns. To consider myself just barely a rookie. Before that time, I was dangerous. I didn't know about muzzle control and, all that fun shit. You know what I mean? It was like, hey, I got a gun. Ooh, let's just take the gun. Let's just go kill the bad guys. Oh my fuck. Yeah, exactly. Hold on, Mr. Robber. I need to go here, take the magazine, slap the magazine, rack it, and then go. I'm ready now. Let's go. Fuck that. I was talking with a buddy of mine earlier, and we were talking about the concept of violence, and we're also talking about the concept of dealing with an enemy. And it was funny because it reminded me years ago. My wife brought me to a party, and usually my wife doesn't like to bring me to parties, and this is one of the reasons why. So here I am sitting in this party, and this truther, 9/11 truther, comes and sits down next to me, and he starts talking conspiracy stuff, and he's like, well, we have to get with Congress, and we have to wake people up and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And he's like, we have to find a way to to make things work. And so I thought I was going to fuck. I figured right then and there, I'm going to fuck with this dude. Because this guy's irritating me. I'm going to fuck with him. Because he's one of those just woke motherfuckers, right? Thought he had the solution to a much larger problem that doesn't really have an easy solution to. But he thought he had the solution. So he comes up with this outlandish letter writing campaign to educate the new members of Congress. And I'm just like, oh my God, kid. They're all in cahoots, okay? They might start off good. They get there day one. They're told what they can and can't do and how the shit works. And that's the end of the story. Done deal. And he's like, well, you know, the whole idea of the terrorists is true and blah, 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 you know. And I said, no, there's no terrorists here in America. And I can prove it to you. It's like, how? How can you prove it to me? I said, because if there were terrorists here, then they would hit major sporting events and they'd hit malls and they'd hit things that have maximum casualties. I said, you know, if you want to know how to disable a country and, you know, really bring the system to a halt, you know, from an anarchist point of view and really give the government a black eye, I said it would cost you probably only about $20,000, really. And he got his eyes all big, like, what? I said, yeah, really. I said, because if you look at the most vulnerable in society, the ones that are very, very susceptible, low-hanging fruit for really bad carnage, we have a lot of soft targets. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, soft targets, easy targets. I said, okay. And now, granted, this is years, and this is probably 5 years before Sandy Hook. Okay? So at this time, the concept of somebody killing kids was unheard of. Like, oh, no, there's certain lines. You don't cross those lines, right? I said, so, you would line up 5 guys, and you would then simultaneously, at a predetermined time, start wasting kids. But not just any kids. You want to have a wide range. You want to hit a preppy school. You want to hit a public school. You want to hit, charter schools. Just different ones. But you want to make the point that no kid is safe. And his eyes are like this already at this point. Just by the concept of saying you gotta, kill kids. So he's like, it's horrible. I said, okay, look, you're fixating on the collateral damage. You're not looking at the bigger picture. He said, well, what's the bigger picture? I said, what do you think those parents are going to do once they find out kids are getting wasted? You think they're sending kids to school? He's like, well, no. I said, exactly. So kids can't go to school. Well, somebody's got to watch the kids. So that means parents don't what? He's all, go to work? I said, yeah, parents aren't going to work. Better yet, what are parents saying to the police department? What are parents saying to the government? How could this happen to our kids? Aren't you guys supposed to be the ones protecting us? Well, now you just revealed the government cannot protect you. He's all, but why kids? I said, you don't stop there. I said, then you hit churches. And this is, again, years before the church stuff. I said, and then, you start to hit police officers. They're sitting in their car, pop a couple cops. Now, society is completely wrecked because the police are targets, the most vulnerable are targets, blah, blah, blah. I said, these are 4 guys with low-end guns and ammo handling it. I said, that's how I know for a fact terrorism doesn't exist here in America. And he got his eyes wide and he was like, but why would you do that? I said, you think our government hasn't killed children? You think our government continually doesn't kill children? I said, just because you're a kid doesn't mean that you're off the target list. I said, now, if you're going to face a superior opponent, you have to be willing to go to the same level that they're at and then far exceed it. That is the only way you're going to overwhelm your opponent with sheer ferocity. And he's like, okay. Hola got up, excused himself, went to go like he was grabbing a drink or something, disappeared, never came back. I look across the room, my wife is just like this, shaking her head, because I'm just sitting there with a smug smile on my face, laughing my ass off, because there was a rookie there talking about revolution and conspiracy and everything else, and I'm like, your little bitch ass couldn't break a grape in a fucking fruit fight. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's like when Malcolm X was talking with a bunch of people about revolution. He goes, you guys are crying revolution, revolution, but you don't want to bleed. Nobody wants to hurt. You know what I mean? And that is more true now than it has ever been before, and is evident by the fact that by me even asking a logical question, are we overreacting to this? Where is the data to substantiate these massive efforts that we are undertaking right now? That there's a vast majority of people that will hear that and look at me like I am a fucking insane person and go, holy shit, you're fucking nuts, dude. Right? And they will be in the back corner, dude, shut the fuck up. But all I'm saying is, it's our fucking human right to ask questions and get the answers. But they don't want to do that, because if you have discernment and you're asking the right questions, suddenly when you start crunching numbers, things don't add up. Nothing from China adds up, which is no big surprise, because we know they lied their asses off on multiple fronts. And now we're seeing numbers coming out of Italy, Germany, etc. And if you want to do a little fun exercise, take the number of infected, take the number of deaths, and you divide the number of infected into the number of deaths, and that's going to give you a rough percentage of mortality rate. And what's really funny is you'll see 10%, 8%, 7%, 4%, 2%, 0.8%. Why is there such a huge variation in mortality rate with the published numbers? How are they coming to their average numbers? So anyway, we're still talking about fun gun chip. I don't believe about safeties. All are loaded and ready to go. Mine too. Learn about muzzle control after getting shot at. Yeah, that's always fun. I don't like getting shot at. I like even less when a gun is placed in your face and then it misfires. Woo, that is a very fucked up sound. I'm happy I heard that sound, but that shit still haunts me. I understand certain safeties like fire blocks, lever safeties, however, are for people that don't know the mechanics of a gun, and it helps give them warm, fuzzy feeling of being safe. Yeah. Well, isn't that really what we're talking about here? Everything is about the fantasy of feeling safe. They think, well, I don't need to worry about muzzle or trigger control now because the safety's on. No, you always need to treat everything like A, it's loaded, B, that, it's going to kill and destroy whatever it is facing towards. And as such, you treat that bitch like, you're handling a fucking demon that's got a hard on and wants to blow his load all over what's in front of it. I like grip safety unless I'm holding. It won't fire. 19. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those are nice. Yeah, buffering here again. I bet. Notice they aren't running random antibody tests. Mortality versus recovered numbers don't add up. Nope. It doesn't. So there's a lot of math, just rudimentary math that doesn't make any sense, and there's a lot of this, number manipulation and just fear mongering from the press to make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. When in reality, some of the numbers we're seeing is because they were finally getting around to fucking testing people. You know, um, I mean, even the tests themselves, it's like, does anybody really know who manufactured these testing? Do they know how these tests work? Do they know what specifically they're looking for? I'm sure somebody can go and Google that, but how many of us know that information off the top of our fucking head? You know, again, how many of us know somebody physically that we can call and verify on the fucking phone? Because, we're doing social distancing, so going to see that person is a no no. But actually know a person that has COVID 19 and is experiencing conditions that we could get information from an actual source, a person who is actively infected, and say, "How are you feeling, man? What's it like? What was your first symptoms?" You get what I'm saying? Like, we all can point to, oh, the prime minister of this, or oh, this actor here, or oh, this actor there, or oh, this person's wife, or oh, okay, fine. But how many of us actually know in real life a person? That's all I want. Because then this thing that is so prevalent and so infectious and so devastating, I just find it incredibly interesting that this thing is so prevalent, so strong, and yet still I don't know a single fucking person. Not one. That to me is alarming. Now, my wife, she's like, well, thank God. I'm like, yeah. But the conspiracy mind of mine is like, huh, I'd like to at least know a single person before we destroy everything. So, anyway. Woo! Don't stick the gun in your front waistband. Nope. Nope. Not about to shoot my balls and dick off. Nope, 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 nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So anyway, let's see. I used to have a timer on this bitch that would tell me how long we've gone. And I don't see that anymore. Anyway, UK is under lockdown for the next 3 weeks, which doesn't add up given what I've heard from my housemate and what he's heard from work. I can say I don't know anyone in my area with it. Yeah, me neither. So, and again, they'll get 3 weeks in and then they'll say, oh, now because we see this huge spike or whatever, now we're going to go another month, another month, another month, another month, another month, another month, until whatever they need to get set up is set up. And by that point, it doesn't really matter. Kind of like it doesn't really matter now. But, fuck it. It is what it is, right? This is the new norm. We're going to have to be wearing masks. We're going to have to be doing, yoga, whatever the fuck they tell us to do. And people are going to line up to do it. And they're going to be telling us, ultimately shit like what to eat, how to eat, who to fuck, how to fuck, whatever. Welcome to the New World Order. Yeah. Anyway, it's my daughter's birthday. I had to vent with you guys real quick so I could be somewhat positive for it. But yeah, this is definitely fucking snafu. This is a. We're in it now, guys. We're in it deep. So, uncharted territory. Don't really know where it's going to go next. But, people better start getting right in their mind because I think what comes next is going to be dark. All right, so I've said it before. Reliant, you guys already know what's up. Top color. Ain't nothing else to worry about. We're already at that event. So everybody that is Reliant minded, you know what to do. Okie dokie. That's it, guys. Be safe. Get all your shit, you know, out, cleaned, ready. Check your gear, double check your gear. Do the inventory, make sure you know where all your shit is at. And,